New landscape. Yeah. I hear that. All right. Yeah. YouTube, what up? Welcome to another edition of Wrestling with Watts, and I'm Watts. And right now, yo, I'm here to talk about the landscape of Monday Night Raw changing. I'm here to talk about the landscape of the WWE changing, as the game Triple H has said, which is, I mean, yo, I'll leave that for your interpretation, but let me just give a little rundown of what happened on Monday Night Raw. So let's see about the landscape changing for real. Let's go over this Monday Night Raw card real quick. CM Punk comes out. You deserve it. You deserve it. Cuts a promo. Thanks, people. AJ Lee, great. AJ Lee has not been back in the WWE ring in like 3 weeks. Great. Yeah, great. Yeah, hooray. Um, Roxanne Perez and Raquel Rodriguez, they beat Nikki Bella and Stephanie Vaquer. I like what they're doing with Raquel. Raquel, she took exactly what Kevin Nash said to heart, and she's been wrestling a lot better. She's been wrestling like a big woman should. I'm not gonna lie, she fine as hell too, but that's just that. Let's continue. What else? Judgment Day, they teased the breakup again. Liv Morgan is not coming back until maybe January or February. So that kind of just tells you all you need to know about that segment. Um, Mask on Mask Crime. The Mask niggas was beefing. The real Mask nigga Penta versus Grande Americano. And Grande Americano had his goons. His goons consist of Pete Dunne under the mask and Tyler Bate under the mask. I like what Grande Americano is doing, but the other two niggas don't really even need to be involved. But that's just another story for another day. We get a really impressive promo between Rey Mysterio and Dominic Mysterio. And one or two things could happen. Dominic Mysterio he's gonna turn face regardless, and whether it's because of Rey Mysterio or whether it's because of the Judgment Day, he's gonna turn face regardless. Now, this is out of left field, but what if Rey Mysterio turned heel because he ends up being jealous of Dominic's success? That's just another, that's just something I'm throwing out there. That's never really in the realm of possibility because Rey Mysterio has never been a heel in the WWE. He's been heel in WCW, but not in the WWE. So that would be very interesting, and that would probably change the landscape of wrestling. Judgment Day, they tried to beat AJ Styles and Dragon Lee for the title, but they lost because Dominic Mysterio got massacred by Sheamus. So there's something there. They also start talking about the brackets of the John Cena tournament, which is, like I said, it's a creative cop-out. Like, there's so many other ways that they could have did this, but they did not do this, but it is what it is. Main event time, the Judgment Day. I'm forgetting Bailey and Lyra Valkyria versus the Kabuki Warriors. Kabuki Warriors will face Alexa Bliss and Charlotte for the tag team titles. Nothing to really see here. Who cares? Main event time. Main event ends in a disqualification. Logan Paul, he hands brass knuckles to Paul Heyman. I'm looking at everything that's supposedly going to change the landscape of Monday Night Raw forever, and I don't see it. This is a regular Monday Night Raw, if you ask me, and I'm glad that I didn't sit and wait 2 hours for them to do the same thing, because the blueprint is the same every single time. The babyface comes out, the Vision comes out, they talk about how they're about to jump the babyface, they jump the babyface, another babyface comes out, evens the odds, match during the main event. That's going to end in a count out. 50-50 booking. Great. Same plot, same everything, and I'm just trying to understand what exactly changes. It's just a bunch of empty promises from Hunter Hearst Helmsley, Paul Levesque, Triple H, Triple K, somebody who just don't know how to book, and it's like, yo, did the light leave your eyes too, big dog? Did you realize once you signed those papers, or whoever, Nick Khan or whoever is in charge, or Vince McMahon, when you realize that you signed your life away to TKO, aka Silver Lake, and now you signed your life away to Saudi Arabia, and now you're really like handcuffed. Now you realize what the fuck you did for the love of the money because y'all $3 billion in debt. And now you can't do nothing. Like, you're restricted. You're stuck. You're up north. You know what I'm saying? And there's nothing you can do, because I'm looking at this right here that I wrote down, and I wrote it down because, like I said, I did not watch it, and nothing about what happened last night on Monday Night Raw changed the landscape of shit. But I do have a couple things that would change the landscape of Monday Night Raw. Maybe actually giving an NXT superstar a chance to actually get over organically, because every time somebody gets over organically, for whatever reason, WWE creative don't like that, and I just don't understand, because it's like, if you're not giving these guys anything to be great about, and they go out and find a way to be great, how the hell you mad? You know what I'm saying? Like, we seen it with LA Knight. He carved his own lane and figured it out. He wasn't even on Monday Night Raw. I don't understand. This has to be some underlying. I've heard that LA Knight is not really liked backstage, but there's a lot of people that was not liked back. Yo, Triple H, you was not liked backstage at all. So I understand that the diplomatic thing to do is to not push the person that's not very liked backstage, but look at all of the money that you leaving on the table. You got him doing Slim Jim promos and all of that, when he I'm not an LA Knight fan at all. Like, I think I think he's overrated, but you can't argue the reaction he gets from the crowd. You can't argue the charisma. That just is what it is. Why he's not world champion is beyond me. You send him to Raw and you make people think that you're going to probably put the world heavyweight championship on him, and then don't. Like, what, you looking at him as like, oh, if this was the WWF in the Attitude Era, he'd probably get a push before you did. Like, I'm starting to think that Triple H's theory as to why he doesn't push certain guys is because he knows that a Vince McMahon would have put that person before him. Like, these are multiple scenarios, and these I'll let you guys uncover it and do the dishes if you're not on point right now. But more than likely, everybody who's watching me knows ball. But I'm looking at all of this, and I have another thing. Maybe just maybe allow the main event talent to wrestle every week. You know what I'm saying? Wrestle every week. And why don't we see Cody Rhodes wrestling every single week? We see him cut tired ass promos with trench coats on. We see him come out with suits, $1,000 suits, cutting promos. We not seeing this man wrestle. And then in the time we do see him wrestle, I'm not going to lie. I'm going to be real. I might be in the minority here, but the matches are not very impressive. If you wrestling injured, big dog, just say that. Drew McIntyre should have beat him at Saturday night's main event, but that's another thing. Switch it up. Be unpredictable. You know what I'm saying? It took Jade Cargill mad long to win what she deserved in the entire time. And number 3, more niggas. Straight up, more niggas, bro. Why? There's no black male talent that's on PLEs, and I'm not counting the Money in the Bank match, because everybody and their moms are in the Money in the Bank match. You know, I'm not counting Royal Rumble. I'm not counting those. I'm counting like straight one-on-one matches, tag team matches. Look what the Street Profits had to do to get on the card. They had to freaking put on video game gear, which was dope, to get on the card, and then lose to the Wyatt Six, which is kind of crazy, because like I said, why the hell does Joe Gacy and Dexter Lumis win titles before Carmelo Hayes? I'm afraid of what they're going to do to Obafemi and Trick Williams when they get to the main roster. Low key, like Black Couch Booking said, I wouldn't even be surprised if they're happy that Bianca Belair is on the shelf, because at least they don't have to figure out what to do with her, because she's so undeniable that if you have her and losing matches or not being, or being an afterthought for real, your whole brand is going to look crazier than it already does. And my theory is, I'm sorry, man, like when it comes to us, I'm a ride every time, bro. I don't care if it starts sounding like, oh, why it always got to be about race, because it's always about race. It's always about race. We're talking about a guy who is the chief content creator who said to Booker T in 2002, yo, people like you are here to entertain people like me. Y'all don't get to be in the main event. Then proceeded to win the match with the pedigree after 30 seconds of the ref counting, or not even counting, sorry. You know, his track record is a little sketchy. So at the end of the day, I'm going to feel how I'm going to feel regardless. So I'm going to ride for mine. What the fuck they doing with Lash Legend down there in NXT? I don't feel, I'm not going to look at Shawn Michaels too crazy for that, even though it's kind of a crime that she's not on the main roster or at least have won the North American Championship. But I'm not going to look at Shawn Michaels too crazy, because the real spill is Shawn Michaels has done more for black talent than Triple H has done in his 4 years of being on the main roster. So I'm gonna give Shawn Michaels the benefit of the doubt. But real spill, when you really think about this and you look at the semantics, I'm gonna be real with you. Within the next 2 years, black people are gonna be relied upon to save the WWE. And matter of fact, not even just the WWE. We're gonna be relied upon to save wrestling. And that's just straight facts, yo. Look out for my guy Jimi Hendrix, aka Nikolai White. Remember I said that name. He's on the way. He's coming. Pause. But he's on the way. But ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna leave y'all with that. This is already a 10-minute video. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. I'm out. Peace.